Hello. Yay, Xlextron. You're early this time. There we go. Alright, let me make an announcement for the stream real quick. Alrighty. Sussing out music stream. Ugh. I literally just woke up for this freaking stream, y'all. I like stayed up way too late last night, and then I went to a game convention all day, and I just was dead. I ran out of energy, and I got home, I was like, I need a freaking nap, and then I woke up 10 minutes ago. Yeah, let me see. You should still be able to submit. I kind of intentionally... Oh, damn, we have a lot of responses. Fuck! You're still good to submit, but, shit, we got a bunch of them. I didn't, like, announce the stream as much today because I was like, I got shit to do and I'm tired. I don't want as many submissions. But fuck, we got so many. Fuck it. Oh, no, you can still submit, Nair. So, yeah, here, I'll go over the, Oh, weird, you can't send a link? Yeah, DM. Thanks, Ash, for the donation. Yeah, I can read the list. And Nair, you can still submit. It's all good. Let's see. We've got Two-Man Crowd, YGG Drasel, Theodoro, Arancho, RTX, Kamari, Eckley, Rin, Awkward. God damn it, I'm never gonna get it right. Ryan or Rin. Mr. Pockets, Two Blue, AV Dubs, Bunny Hubs, Emery, ZF Patron, T43, Unknown, Hickam Lasto, NVO, and SA. So that is the overall order of things. We're gonna go ahead and... Oh wait, no, I read it backwards. Oops. Sorry, I've never read from the list like that. But the list is actually backwards. So it starts out with SA, then NVO, then Hickam, T43, ZF Patron, Emery, Bunny Hubs. Those are like going to be the first couple. All right, let's go ahead and get into it with Awkward's submission. I got fresh ass ears. Oh no, I'm gonna have to... I can't wear my bucket hat. No. All right. Oh wait, actually, we're gonna start off with Ash because Ash got the donation. You submitted at 3 a.m. last night, Avile? Damn. All right. Into Ash. Oh, we got a Disciple remix competition submission. Hell yeah! I was excited for some people to drop some of the submissions. Damn, 10 days ago you had that shit done? What the fuck? Oh, you still got a month or two to keep replacing the file. Okay, let's check it out. Don't submit to Cubic stream at 3 a.m. challenge. I can't wait to remix this one. Ooh. I feel like that bass might be a little too subtle. Also that little dun. I think those elements can probably be brought out just a tiny bit more. Someone's gonna find out. This is our little secret. So keep it hidden from the... Yeah, because it's like if you turn down the volume a bit, it's like the volume difference between the vocals and the stuff in the background It's just it's almost too subtle. I like what you're going for though. You're giving the vocals like a lot of room to breathe, but I think you can still bring that stuff out just a tiny bit more. Oh, I love the Arcturian's voice. They kill it. Yo, Efficient, thanks for the donation. Do you have a link to that track that you'd like to post? If not, I can just search it up if it's a public track. Oh, the vocal breakdown in this is sick. Ooh. Wait, I need to read. I love this build. Yeah, let me turn this up. Something about the drop that feels like it's not as impactful or like full as it could be. That's really sick. I really like the idea there. But yeah, it feels like there's like an element missing. It's either an element missing or an element not loud enough. It's just like, it's definitely quiet. Mastered it to a low lefts. Here, I'll turn it up a little louder. Give it one more listen. There's just like one thing missing. It feels like there's just something. Yeah, there's just, I'm trying to figure it out. Let me. It might have just been too quiet. Yeah, I guess maybe it just needs something in the second, like 8 bars of the drop to, like just something to add more progression. Like, the melody changes a little bit, but there's not like too much ear candy in the background to kind of give your brain something new and spicy to latch onto for the second half. So maybe if you can find something interesting to add there, that'd be cool. But other than that, it's really sick. I really like this remix. I almost like it more than the original. It needs to be clipped. What up, Nano? Oh! Whoa, where did this come from? This is 10 times sicker. What? Damn, I don't want to even remix this now. This is like so good. Yo! What the fuck? I feel like you should have. Okay. I feel like you need to beef this drop up a little more now. Wait, let me. Nah, it's good. Man, the second drop's just fucking so sick. I hope whoever's like going through the remixes like goes to the second drop. That like kind of more major, like just uplifting feeling melody in the second part. It's almost like tropical. That's really cool. This is one of the coolest remixes I've heard so far. Definitely, everybody go repost this if you liked it, because we gotta get our boy Into Ash like up in the running remixes, you know? That's fucking cool, dude. I can definitely, yeah, you're definitely inspired. That's I really honestly don't know if I'm gonna do a remix now for that, because that's actually just better than anything I might be able to do. That's fucking cool. I also heard a remix by Agony today of a different song, and I was just like, I give up. Fuck that. All right, next we've got Efficient with the Break remix. Can you change your submission? Yeah, you can. You've got plenty of time. It's got that vibe. Thank you so much. My takeaways are bring up intro elements, volume, and drop background elements. Yeah, I think the second drop was a bit better. It was just the first drop. Every time Qbik goes live, my finger presses this button that goes woo and pew and boom. Thanks for the fucking donation, homie. Let me know if you've got a song you want feedback on. That Murata tune. A little harsh frequency and just slight distortion going on in the kind of mid sides in the frequency range. I don't know if that happens in the original song or if you either added or just beefed stuff up a little too much, but you gotta fix that in my opinion. Yes, your song is in line, T43. You should do that, Awkward. I'd love to check that out. Okay, this is sick. This is actually some really good death trap. I fuck with this a lot, actually. Not too many. The mix sounds pretty clean. These sounds aren't actually too harsh. I'd say the biggest thing is just maybe some more progression in this overall arrangement, because you have that boom, chip, thing going on so long, but there's little things you could do to really like push things further. Like, for instance, the second half of the drop, you could add some new percussion, so it's not just like boom, chip. It could be like boom, percussion, chip. So So you can add some new percussion in there to like just make those initial hits just more spicy, or you could for the like the basically response to that initial hit, you could layer some new things, some new rhythmic elements with that, so that you can just add some more progression to it. I know you did do like a little bit of progression, but I feel like it's not enough. Like it can get a little stale getting towards the end here, but it's still overall it's a really cool drop. I would say your snare does get a tiny bit lost in some of this. Yeah, you can honestly, you could do the Babatunde thing. Like this is one of those instances where it'd actually be sick. It'd be cool as long as you're not like leaning on it like a crutch, but you just do it for one of the hits just as a kind of like ode to Babatunde. I think you could get away with it. Hell? Can you guys hear that? Hey. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, what up, Infowler? Yeah, just submit your song in the submission form down in the description, and yeah, I'll add you to the queue. Okay, thank God, all that rattling stopped. I don't know what was happening, but like upstairs, there's just all this like scratching on the ground, like extremely loud. I had no idea what was going on. It sounds like a hailstorm, yeah. Oh, it's still happening. Oh no, I can't fucking do feedback with all of this. What the hell is happening? I hope that quits soon. There's just like a crazy snail roll in the background of the music while I listen to the band. Yeah, dude, they heard this death trap and they started having a mosh pit upstairs. See, here's the thing with this drop. You had this really cool initial progression going on with that crazy new sustain, and then you had a layer on the response. But then you just stop it and you go back to the kind of same thing that was going on in the first drop. I think that was a mistake. You know what it is? Your clap is getting lost during the kick claps. So your kick is overpowering the clap a bit, and it's just starting to sound like a kick. Screaming is the demons upstairs. Well, that was fucking tight. That was a really sick remix. I gave you a like and a repost and a follow for that one. Well done. All right. So let me see if Roll the Red submitted anything. And then if not, we'll move on to what was his name again? Infowler. Also, we have hit the threshold of new submissions. So anyone joining is too late to submit unless you donate. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing anything from Roll the Red. Let me know if that was just a donation, like for just shits and giggles, or if it was a donation for feedback. Let me check my DMs too. Posted for easy mode. Am I just missing yours? Let me check. Well, in the meantime, I'll go over Infowler's. Just let me know if you submit one, Red. Alright, so this one, anything you feel, it's like 2014 type house, hoping is not too generic. We shall see. I mean, I don't know. 2014 house, though, it's a vibe. Yeah, DM it to me. Sorry, Red, I'll do yours after this. Oh, that's pretty. So far, so good. I like these drums. Ooh. Did it just become mono for a second? That's interesting. That's cool. What an interesting way to transition. I really like where these orchestral drums are sitting in the stereo section. All of your placement of everything in the stereo feels actually really good. Oh man, okay, so yeah, it's a bit generic, but you did say it's 2014 house. Got some progressive house. I guess it's just such a dope intro that feels nostalgic but also modern and clean. I feel like, I don't know, you could do more with the drop in terms of the idea. Like you could do the classic like progressive house like this, but you could still add on some like flair. But I think in terms of like the way this is all layered and mixed down, I feel like having a kind of more present guttural and buzzy bass, like pumping bass on top of the sub. God damn it, what are they doing up there? Jesus would be, oh my god. I'm gonna call my girlfriend and see what the hell is going on. But yeah, I think having like a more guttural, buzzy bass on top of the sub here would be really nice. It just feels a little bit like lacking in that department. It's these really noisy, kind of washy chords, and then there's just that, it's just like a really clean bass, and I feel like just having a nice pumping thing in between those would be dope. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna call my girlfriend real quick. What the fuck? They heard no copyright sounds and got scared. Babe?
Hello? Yeah.
What is happening upstairs?
Like construction.
What? Are there people? Like construction people here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess just people here, and they're like fixing the bathroom upstairs.
Oh. Well, fuck me. Well, I guess I gotta deal with it. Sorry, everybody. Whatever. Let's finish this. It's really pretty though. It's really like uplifting and fun. Just a bit generic. I think your noise is too loud too. The like pumping just noise riser thing. Yeah, the noise is taking up too much space. It's like too obvious. Like when you layer noise like that, you want it to be a subtle thing that people don't actually realize how much energy and how many gaps it's filling. You want it to fill those gaps, but not like overflow those gaps, you know? And this is kind of overflowing all of those gaps. Extron. Ooh. Ooh. I love this. Honestly, this is much more of just a personal choice, but just in case, I think I would want more space on the snare, like more reverb on the snare. That's just a personal thing. It sounds fine the way it is. I just in my head keeps wanting just a nice tail of just like in a big room. This needs vocals. There's some there's clipping right at this point. Some element comes in and subtly clips. I don't know if it's intentional or not. It just kind of ruins the cleanliness of this part, in my opinion, because it's so, I don't know, it's one of those parts your mind dives deeper into it and you feel all of it, but then there's just this like little scratch for a second. Same thing as the first drop here. It needs like a buzzy bass sitting in the lower mids to just give that extra energy and impact and fullness. Also, in my opinion, the snare is a little bit too, I don't know, wait, I was trying to say tight and quiet, but like insignificant in this part. Like it's just too short of it. It's like just a transient. And it's just getting really hidden. And I feel like, especially the second drop, because you're really trying to pound home the impact and it's like this big finale of the song, you want to have a bigger, just more grandiose snare going on. And the noise is too loud again in the background. The noise kind of ruins the dynamics because it's so loud too, because it's just like a constant stream of noise. I'd honestly have it pumping a lot more for this. Maybe even throughout the whole song, actually. Oh yeah, I just noticed your drops don't have enough pumping going on. Like that's a big part of like, especially like the 2014 progressive house movement. Like their side chains, everything was just pumping, you know, and that's part of the lack of energy and bounciness in these drops I'm realizing I'm feeling. it seems like you're side chaining them like you would dubstep. Either that or maybe the other stuff is pumping, but the noise, since it's not pumping, it's like giving an illusion that it's not pumping. Kickstart sidechain, yeah, exactly. Hey, Mozzie! You are in line after red. Everybody's freaking donating, and so now there's a donation queue happening. But keep donating. I'm not complaining about donations at all. Side my chain daddy. Ooh woo. Hell yeah. But other than that, really beautiful melodicity. I love the parts in between the drops. I think the main thing is your drops just need a little more work. But hey, you nailed the sound. And it's still a really clean, really beautiful song, regardless of how generic it is. All right. You know, we're pushing through all of this loud racket upstairs, so I might not be giving the best feedback because I have this fucking noise and I don't have like noise canceling headphones, but I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm gonna turn up the music though because I can't fucking hear. Jesus. All right. Space bass, huh? Okay, so that ARP gets a little harsh right here. Yeah.
Virtual reality head-mounted display connected. User profile settings detected. Would you like to apply this profile? We have your information. There is no such thing as privacy.
Also, your drums are getting a little lost in this section because I think your vocals have a little too much bass. And so they're overpowering things a little bit.
There is no such thing as privacy.
And I just make your snares a little brighter.
Apply this profile. We have your information. There is no such thing as privacy.
Actually, your drums aren't getting too hidden.
Display connected.
Maybe I'm just not a fan of the kick.
Your information. There is no such thing as
So that's just me.
This is not a test.
Ooh.
This is not a test.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not a fan of the kick. And I don't know, the vocal might be just a tiny bit too loud right before there. I can't tell. Is the kick like stereo? Is that what's messing with me? I'll tell you where you are in the line, Hickam. You are oh shit, you did submit late. Let me find the summary. Why did this change? What the fuck? Or here, I'll tell you later. You're definitely not in the first 10. There's a lower mid layer in the stereo for the kick, kind of, but it's a break. Interesting. I feel like it's just lacking a little bit of punch. Ooh, that fill. Oh, this is sick. This is sick. I'm assuming these are some splice vocals you found. Honestly, I think this like kind of brass hit, I'm not a big fan of it. It's just kind of, it feels a little too dirty, you know? Personally, I'd go for a little bit of a cleaner sort of bass, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of that sound. Other than that, everything else is sick. I love this whole groove and this arrangement. But I do think your clap as well can be a little more saturated, sitting a little more on top of the mix.
We have your information.
Drop it again. Sick. I like that. Who do we got next? Let me check the donations. I believe we got Mozzie, if I am correct. Yep. All right, Mozzie, you get the skip, my boy. Let me find your submission. Found it. I'm aware that the super saws aren't the cleanest, but yeah, just overall thoughts. Also, please don't skip around or anything because I worked very hard on each section. Anyway, yeah, this is my best track so far, the one I was telling you about. Oh shit. Let's go. Okay, we got some chiptune. Personally, if you're gonna go the chiptune route, I would make the drums kind of bit crushed in chiptune as well. Oh wait, they are. I guess I would make them a little more like maybe put like OTT and saturation on them. They just because they even though like they're subtle crushing, it just mostly feels like really dull normal drums. I don't know, it's still cool. It's not a big deal. I hear that crystallizer delay. Yeah, what Awkward said, maybe sample actual drums, like from an NES sound clip or something. There's lots of, like for instance, Chime uses lots of, I forgot what they're called. I think they're called sound fonts, where you can use sound fonts from old video games and stuff, and they just have all those sounds there for you to use. Now, is this a drop or is this just kind of part of the intro? If it's a drop, it feels like a little sudden the way it was built into. If it's just part of the intro though, I guess. Those growls are pushing a little bit. They're like very high end heavy and they don't have a lot of mids and low mids. So if possible, I'd give them a little bit of lower harmonics and maybe take away just a tiny bit of the high end. Okay, got it. This, these sounds up in this. So the layering of that, like, kind of arpy pluck with the kind of, I don't know, it's like an impact or something. Like that ringing that gets really harsh in the right ear. Yeah, it's really harsh in the right ear. This is definitely a build where you want to filter out the low end on your kick. It's like the rest of the build's getting a little thinner, you know, but then the kick is still there in full effect, and it gets a little like too noticeable. Yeah, I mean, I know you said it, but yeah, the saws are a bit too easy. I feel like the build doesn't properly like cut out, if you know what I mean. Like the pre-drop just kind of keeps the energy going, and so the transition into the drop, it takes away the drop's like impact. That's something I used to do a lot when I was like still learning. I mean, I'm still learning, but like that's just something I used to do a lot, where I wouldn't completely cut elements out of my build. I don't know why. Maybe I just thought it sounded better, but I've definitely learned since then that it's important to do that, because it just gives that little break for a second so that the drop can have a fuller impact. So I feel like you should cut down on some of the elements in your pre-drop. I think this needs a buzzy bass sitting on the sub as well. The sub feels too clean for the context. Also, some of the key changes, I guess, or not key changes, but like, I don't know, some of the tuning of some of these elements feels a little weird. This part gets quite muddy. Like, I like some of the sounds going on here, but there's a lot going on. You need to temper this a little bit. Kind of pick and choose what your main focus is, and EQ everything else, and level everything else around it so that you can show off those elements. Is my voice an octave lower than like normal? That has a layer on it that's really high end heavy as well. But yeah, the sub's just like way too clean. Like, there's just a big hole in the lower mids. And that's especially important when it comes to layering chords, to have that kind of lower mid harmonic sitting on top of the sub. It's like part of what gives chords that filling and energetic effect. And it's like a big thing I noticed with the people who layer chords, who are still kind of like just aren't experienced with layering super saws and stuff. There's a lot of really good tutorials on YouTube on how to layer super saws. They go really in depth. Like some of them are just like how to be like Illenium, but they're actually, you learn a lot about like the mentality you should have when you're creating saws.
Sometimes I just lay down and look at the stars and think to myself, what's out there?
Yo, the Mozzie Vocals. This is sick. I like this.
Like, we've seen a little bit of what's out there, but we don't really know how far the universe extends. And I think that's the most astonishing thing about it all.
I really like that. That's cool that you did that. And the processing on the vocals is perfect. This part's really well done. I like that Foley in the background of like a wrench or whatever it is. I am tired, Hickam Lasso, but I couldn't skip another feedback stream. Sounds good, Avile. Congrats. Okay, so I mean the chords like you already know, but the chords need work. Like the super saws. For this, the whole setting before the drop, it felt like everything was winding down for something calmer to happen. And so having this heavy of a drop coming out of nowhere is a bit startling. So I think the way to fix that is to either have a fake out so that you can kind of get people ready but not just hit them with all that energy so quickly, or extend the build up so that it kind of slowly turns into transitions from this vibe to like a super kind of energetic like oh shit's about to get heavy sort of feeling, because it just doesn't do that. It just goes from calm to quick build and then out of nowhere and you're like, whoa, where did this come from? And this just gets a little muddy and a little high and heavy. There might be some noise in the background or something, but you want to make sure it's less noisy and it feels more like, I guess, just like clean. Yeah, the noise is just coming through a little too much. Yeah, it's just getting really high end. I love this melody. Yo, you killed that last part. I definitely see why it's the best song you've made. You're getting a little more, pushing a little more boundaries, like getting your toes a little more wet, you know, with some like bigger themes and bigger arrangements. And I think that's really cool. I think just your drop, it's a bit too muddy and a bit too, you just need to tone down the high end a little bit. And just all the noise and it's like you're over layering things almost. And then also your transitions into the drop, like mainly the second drop, just kind of cueing the listener that things are about to get heavy and energetic again. All right. Did someone else submit a donation before? Okay, wait, I don't think so. Okay, sweet. So now we are back to the original order of things. We've got Awkward. Finally, the first submission. Alrighty. Roller Remix, Whip version 5.
Something my grandmother taught me. The servers are the 7 chaos. Chaos is power.
What song or what show is this from?
Power enriched by the heart. The controller is the one that unifies the chaos. But I'm still not sure what it all means. me, but I don't think we've ever met before.
Ooh, that was sick. These chords are just a smidge too high in there. Whoa, okay, that was confusing. First off, the sub is really lacking here. It's like rhythm D&B. But the sounds, they just sound a little too thin and then also weirdly muffled or something. But the biggest thing is this needs sub. It's really lacking sub, so it's kind of hard to fully judge it. It's also clipping a little bit there. Yeah, it's just really hard to gauge this because when a drop is like not really hitting in the sub area, it's just that's like so much energy behind it, and then also usually your sub fills in the harmonics that are lacking. Well, like if it's mixed and properly layered and everything, your sub is supposed to fill in that harmonic range that's lacking in your leads. And so it's like your leads are lacking, but they might not feel as lacking with the subs.
My heart has always been in an Master Emerald, along with chaos. Now he's filled with anger and sadness.
Okay, see the difference? This has way more sub than this, and that's also why the waveform's louder too. This is cool. I feel like you need to take a mid-side EQ and just cut out the lows up to like 150, maybe even 200 in this tune. Sometimes low end in the sides. In this song specifically, I feel like it's preventing it from being as clean it can be. As clean as it can be. And with drum and bass like this, you want it to be really clean. Hey, what up, Christian Hayward? Yeah, I agree with Christian. There needs to be a few more elements so you're not just left with the drums. It does get a little bit boring. Like, you have the atmosphere down. But yeah, you just need some more ear candy, some more percussion in there. I think you can turn down those like pads a little bit, so that the vocal's a little more present in this part. Yeah, Christian's spot on.
These are the child you were protecting. They stayed alive for generations and now live peacefully with humans. The fighting's over, harmony's restored, and life goes on.
What is this from? I really like these vocals. I want to play or watch whatever it is. Am I still glitching? What happened? All right, next we got Eckley. I'm struggling a lot with the mix and master of this song. Also, the whole first half I'm a bit iffy on. It needs more to it, but I don't know what. Alrighty. Okay. Your sounds are very much relying on just a lot of harsh distortion in the like 3K to like 6K range, which is a bad thing. I'm not real. This part should have a lot more sub. And you gotta tone down that high end. It's like there's something called the 3K bite. And okay, I expected there to be an EQ that came up, but apparently not. Okay, well, none of these help, but basically, a lot of your main sound is coming in this area, and this area is the frequency range where babies cry, and so it just naturally hurts our fucking ears. And so you want to do the opposite of what's happening in this EQ, where you bring this down, and then you maybe have some more harmonics sitting around it in this area instead of in this area. You have a huge dip at 3K. Well, it might be, I said 3K to 6K. It might not be exactly at 3K. But the point is, it's like most of your sound is resonating in that like really hurty high-end area. And you don't want that. Okay, and then you have the opposite issue going on in this drop where now you don't have any content in the high end, like in that range. And so it goes from that's all we're feeling is like that high end to then there's none of that high end and it's all sitting a lot lower. And so now it feels like hollow. And I don't know if it's just the contrast from hearing only that or if it's just this drop. So you gotta find a good middle ground. But other than that, in terms of the arrangement and the melodies and everything, that's all really nice. That was too bit crushy. Like, I don't know what the vocal said at all. It just feels like kind of raspy noise almost. See, this is honestly, this part right here feels so nice to hear for my ears because this whole entire first half of the song, there's just so much dry, raspy, high-end, heavy distortion on everything. And I think you need to tone that down a little bit because this just feels really nice. and then you can fully take in all the melodic elements, and it's like it's not like ear fatigue. This part's nice too. You gotta tone down the high end just a tiny bit, and then I would add another layer to these. I like these vocals. The snare can be a little more saturated. Is it delay llama? Ooh, I like this. That like glitchy like fill thing can be a little more loud and saturated. Honestly, I think these sounds need more layers though, these leads. They're really nice though. This drop's sick. I think you really just need to work on the first half of this song. Yeah, these just need another layer. Some sort of lead on sitting on top. And maybe some more ear candy in the background that's kind of pushing and pulling. So I don't know, listen to like more Kismet's music and hear what sorts of crazy ear candy Moore has going on in the background of their drops. Dope. That was Nitro by Eckley. All right. We got SA Official up next. We are only on the third submission out of like 25. Oh no. SA, you got to send me a new link. Sorry, my man. It's okay, Eckley. We all start at cymatics. Just resample. If you can get good at resampling, then it doesn't matter what the hell you use. Ooh, we got a Knock Knock remix. Let's go. Is this the clip where you tagged Deviate? A little harsh going on with these sounds. Oh, really harsh. Come on. Ow. Dude. I'm confused. It is pretty weird. What the hell is this? So the first thing that threw me off is the vocals being filtered. It has a subtle Space Laces vibe to it. But your drums are getting completely lost. High end, a little too much high end. I think the biggest thing is that your drums are getting filtered and lost in with all this. I think if you had a much more pronounced and swingy kick and snare that really sat on top of this and really set a groove, then you can make this work. Because it's cool how weird it is in the weird flow, but you really need a fundamental groove being held with some drums just really powerfully. Yeah, like your kick was so weak there. Yo, boom boom. Hayward and Dyadic. My damn ears. Yo, boom boom. Hayward, I don't see you for a while. Yeah, pretty much.
Why did the Zytra hate the shiatsu chair? Why?
God, there's like so much high end in this whole song. You just need a giant ass soothe on the master. But yeah, the feedback I gave is pretty much all the feedback I have. Other than that, it's pretty cool. It just, I think you should go with a really like face, like in front of it drum pattern, just really sitting on top of everything, really punchy and saturated, just pushing things forward and making it bouncy, or giving it like some level of like make sense-edness, you know. Where is Chris Hayward on here? Let us see. Oh, I don't see any Chris Hayward. Did you not submit? And then also essay, I shall check yours right now. There we go. Oh, nope. It did not fix. Unless you resubmitted. No, you didn't. Oh, wait. No, I see that you have another link. Let's see. Nope. I don't know what you're doing, but it's not working. All right, so I'm going to keep it moving to RTX. Just let me know when you try to do it again. SA. Is my high end bad again? Let us see. You know, guys, I really need you guys all to work on your high end, because you're going to all give me tinnitus. If I keep doing these feedback streams and then I keep listening to this music with like so much high end, I'm just going to go deaf, and then I can't give you guys feedback and I can't even make music anymore. So, do you guys really want me to go deaf? Let me check. Okay, that one works, SA. We'll do yours next. No slots left, my dude. I'm sorry. It's a full ass submission. We have like 34 or 35 submissions. So like there's a good decent amount of people who didn't make the cut. Damn, I want to hear that dyadic collab. Yeah, that sounds good so far, RTX. I like this. My headphones are extremely transparent headphones. They're Aventone Planars. So, oh damn. So yeah, my headphones are pretty transparent. They don't have a lot of saturation or anything. So of all the headphones, these should give me like one of the clearest pictures of the way the music sounds. So it could be that whoever their headphones are have too little high end, maybe, or like are too dull and they're overcompensating, or you can't hear the high end. But the biggest thing is just like, oh, what? I have like a weird error here on YouTube. The biggest thing is just newer producers, you know, because I've had high end issues like most of the time till I got yelled at by Phonon. So it's just one of those things you don't realize. That would be sick. So far, so good on the high end, RTX. This build is, I mean, it says not fully done. The build's a bit weird and empty. There's a lot of weird leveling issues. It's really quiet at times. But no high-end issues. Yeah, it actually sounds like you're really trying to cut out the high end. That almost might have too little high end. Or it just feels like there's maybe a dip in it, like 3K to 5K range that might be just too drastic of a dip. To the front agony. Hey, well done. This didn't hurt my ears. Good job, RTX. You're improving. All right, who do we got next? SA. But now as the sun rises over us. Yeah, exactly what SA's. Oh, wait. Oh, but okay, got it. Oh, Not a fan of these drums, but you are stuck on Oxy, so. That snare roll needs to be louder. These drums are better. The change in drums is a little weird. This just feels a little too empty. Like, have some noise, like sound effects and stuff in the background of this. And maybe you would have some really full, luscious reverb on these little plucks. Yeah, it's just all a little too empty. These basses are getting a little too muddy. Gotta EQ them a little better. This reminds me of like Blackmill. Or maybe I'm thinking of someone else, but this is like so nostalgic. I dig it. And I think you honestly don't have enough stuff going on in the high end here. Like everything feels more like it's leaning towards the lower mids, but there's like a lot of elements all happening in that area. That's better. There we go. I think this snare just needs a bigger tail. I love these melodies. They're beautiful. That was a nice little breakdown. Ooh, this is nice. Avile, you can always like crack it until you have the money to buy it. I mean, I don't know. It's obviously a little bit of a moral gray area, but I believe that if you're not making money from your music or whatever you're cracking, like if, for instance, graphic design, if you want to learn graphic design and you don't have the money, like just you legitimately don't have the money to buy Photoshop, but you really want to learn so one day you can do it as a living, then you just crack Photoshop. And then once you start making money from the stuff you're doing in Photoshop, then that's when you're kind of morally obligated. Okay, now it's time to put some money into actually purchasing it. That's what I did with Ableton, for instance. I cracked Ableton, and I cracked most of my plugins as I was learning, because I was like, I don't want to drop thousands of dollars if I don't even know if this is what I want to do or if I'm what I'm good at. And then once I got to a point where it's like, okay, I'm gonna start turning this into a career, that's when I was like, okay, let me buy Ableton, let me buy some of the plugins that I use in every song, and I'm slowly working my way to buying all my software. So I don't know. I don't know. If you legitimately can't afford this stuff, I feel like it's not the biggest deal to crack it, as long as you have the intention of eventually paying for it. The kick and snare clips a bit in this area. Yeah, exactly, Maquil. Now the snare is getting a bit lost here. I like the way the kick is being mixed and stuff in this part. But your bass is overpowering in this section. Like your sub. I like this drop better too. Ooh. Oh, that was a sick little fill at the end there. And really catchy melodies. Maquil. Yeah, just make sure you don't tell everyone on the internet if you're cracking. Everybody just, we'll keep it, what stays in this feedback stream, or what is said in this feedback stream stays in this feedback stream. What up, Uniflarb? I mean, to be fair though, I've bought most of the plugins I use on a normal basis now, so I don't have as much to worry about. I'm not gonna pull a fucking, oh shit, what's his name? Who's the dude who's the fucking, oh, Carnage. I'm not gonna pull a Carnage. Oh, got it. Okay, sick, Uniflars. Maquille. Beautiful tune, SA. I'm cutting off the outro because we have a lot of submissions. I'm sorry. All right, we got my boy Notarin with Wax Boiler with YGG Draysel. This album art is fire. Yeah, Abile. I mean, it's an honest excuse though. Almost an hour in the shower watching Cubic streams. Hell yeah, dude. The kick's like clipping a little too much. The clap's getting completely lost. The kick kind of works, but yeah, you need just as impactful as a clap. I feel like that drum fill could have been a little louder. I like this though. What the? This is like some hookah shit. Doing the cubic dancing. Ah, that second half was fire. I don't really have a lot of feedback other than the clap. I feel like the transition in the second drop could be cooler. It kind of just goes in pretty quickly, not much of a break, or like a, I don't know. I just feel like the second half of the drop is fucking hype, and so I would do a little more to build the hype right before it happens, instead of just kind of dropping it in there like nothing, you know? Staying up all night for the cubic stream at 5 a.m. You guys are awesome. It's so cool that y'all are down to just fucking hang out with me. All right, we got Theodoro. But yeah, Notarin and YGG Draysel, y'all slayed it. That's a fucking cool song. I can't wait to hear the finished product. Dude, I want some more Disciple remixes. Next week, you guys gotta submit some Disciple remixes. Thanks, Abile. Yeah, it just gets a little muddy here. Like you want to EQ things a little, because there's just a bit of clashing with that vocal and then some of the stuff happening in the high end. And I'd make that vocal, the under pressure thing, a little more forefront in the mix, and then push the other stuff a little further back. Okay. Okay, Theodoro. Chill. Okay, your kick is getting lost in the mix. You want your kick then punchy at the top. It's getting kind of lost in there, and that's stunting this a little bit. Is there like two different kicks actually? You like change something about the kick and the drop, and honestly, this kick right in here is perfect, in my opinion. And maybe you didn't change something. Maybe it's just the way it's mixed or layered. But also, I would add another layer to the clap. Other than that, though, this is sick. No, fuck it. Keep dancing, Yuna. The under pressure vocals getting lost again. It's getting a little muddy. But other than the mix down, all these ideas are fucking sick. I love this. It's the same kick the whole time. It's not like Oh, you mean only one kick when there's just something about it. It felt like it was hitting different during different hits, but might just be my ears lying to me. I don't know. What? Whoa. Yeah, some just general muddiness, and same thing with the drums, but other than that, and it's muddiness in the lower mids area. But this is sick. You get a follow for this one. This is sick. Yeah, I feel you, ZF Patron. I've always wanted to make a song like this too. I think the vocals are cool. I mean, if it's a placeholder, so be it. But these vocals are cool. They're just probably a little bit of a pain to mix. Kick gets lost there too. Part of it might be that you have a lot of stereo what's the word? Content in these basses, that you have the stereo content in the same section as where the kick is. So then you kind of got to decide, because having the stereo and the stuff in the mids in the same section the kick is can fuck with it. Also, it's probably just also a leveling issue. Oh, now that's fair if iFeature wants to sing. Still though, these vocals hit. They really fit the vibe, so I hope iFeature can still make it work. The drums don't get as lost in this drop. I'm not as... Whew. Oh, I like the car sound. I'm not as into that drop as the first two drops, but I don't really have a reason why. So I can't help you with that one. But overall, really sick track. All right, we got NVO with needing help with variation and mix down. We got a Shelter remix. Let's go. I love this already. SoundCloud bot detection tripped and banned me while I was uploading a song, so I'll never be able to get into roasting your track. No! Oh, that snare. Oh, that's a good snare. Get it. The vocals are too quiet. Saturate them. Clip the vocals. So much good ear candy in this. Some of this percussion in the background I feel like could be turned up just a tiny bit. Actually, no, it's probably good where it is, actually. What do you mean you need feedback on the variation and mix down? It sounds great. Maybe some cool, like, glitching. Some of those, like, you have that fill that happens in the right ear a lot. And it does get a little bit too repetitive, and just in the spirit of Porter Robinson, maybe glitch it in a fun way during certain parts, make it a little broken. I'd turn up the guitar strums. Someone said the snare is too loud and the change up at the end sound is too sudden. I mean, they could do more with this piano. But at the same time, I kind of like the simplicity. You know, they could. You could. I don't know the proper music theory terms, but maybe go on a little piano solo. Like, build off of the original melody. Just let it run away for a little bit. Oh. Oh, there's a little bit of solo happening. Ooh. That was beautiful. Arigato. Layer more complex harmonic chords like an octave up. Yeah. Okay, these are good suggestions. I liked it the way it is though, but I think these suggestions could make it better. All right, we've got a broken link. AV Dubs, broken link, my boy. So resubmit if you're in here. If not, you might have missed out. I'm sorry. All right, next we've got Mr. Pockets. Been working on this for a while, still a little unsure of the final product. All right, well, let's give it a check. Give it a check. I've never said that in my life. All right, I feel like with a name like Gouge Out My Eyes, it's going to be more like Gouge Out My Ears. There's going to be some harsh frequencies. That's already, that eerie pad thing is already a bit harsh. Hey, Duncan. You just have like horror movie whooshes in the background of a trap beat. It's funny. You really got to EQ the high end on these though. I feel like you need another element in here. That it doesn't quite work. Like some trippy vocals, low end vocals, some growls, or some sort of, I don't know, you can have some like staccato eerie violins, I don't know. But like, especially if you're gonna break down into all the eerie whooshes and shit, you gotta have more going on here. Ooh, I like this. Intentional clipping. Let's go. High end, for the love of God, high end. Oh, please. Oh, no. All right, same I am. You have too much sub in your build before we hit the drop. These get a little too, I guess, broken feeling. Maybe they're just a little too dry. Maybe put some reverb on there. And then this sound doesn't match the fullness of this sound. And it feels like you put reverb directly, or like delay, or whatever space you're using, you put it like directly on the sound instead of as a parallel signal, so it's pushing the sound further back in the mix. And then just high end, please EQ your high end. Yeah, the whole drop's clipping and the kick's louder than the snare. You know what it is? I think it's also the way your sub's hitting. Yeah, I think maybe also your kick is it's got too much of a tail. You might want to tighten up your kick, especially when you're clipping a lot. The tighter the kick is, the less issues you're going to have when the kick hits and clips. You don't want a big boomy kick when you're clipping a lot. But also the drums aren't quite following the energy and rhythm of the sounds happening on top of them. Like the kick, the snare, the hats, and the 808. You want it to follow more of that rhythm. It's like you have two different I don't know. It just doesn't follow it, I guess is the best way I can put it. That is a lauded distortion. But yeah, hopefully that was some good feedback to help you finalize this product more. Keep it coming. All right, next we've got T43 Unknown Official. Just anything that needs improvement and things I should add. Hey, we got another Disciple remix. Let's go.
Take out some of the bit, with all respect, boring.
I think the vocals can be louder.
And sticking that CD player like wicked speakers, so you're like warming out, you're like a walking sound system. That would be wicked, man.
Fuck.
Yo, boom, boom.
Fuck.
Wicked, man.
Fuck.
Yo, boom, boom.
A little bit too much high end. Okay, so you're getting a lot of extra clipping every time your snare or your kick clap is like it's like the second kick clap. So listen carefully. The second one's more clippy than the first one, but overall, all the drums in general are clipping too much. And honestly, honest feedback, this fake out thing is just not interesting, in my opinion. And it doesn't really fit the original vibe, in my opinion, of the song. Or like with the percussion. And I like this rhythm. The sound design, I think, needs work. But I think the biggest part, and one of the reasons there's all this clipping, is that it's got a very muddy low end going on with these leads. So you want to clean that up. Also, you want to take out the basses for that vocal. Like, you hear the riser ends. Right when the riser ends is basically showing you that in the original song there was a break for the vocal. But you kept the basses going, so then it kind of takes away the whole point of the riser being there because it ends, but then the basses keep going. So, yeah. I really like the sub here. The sub has a nice little melody to it. It's just the issue is your sound design all sounds like it's like too low of an octave, you know? Or you need you need more layers on it, you know? That's a much better sound than all of the sounds in here. You should use this sound. You should use that sound more. Got you, Avile.
It's very wicked, man.
Yo, boom, boom.
You let me down, man. You let me down. Why? Why did you have to go all sustain on us? Come on. You're part of the Discord. You know the sustain is bad.
It's very wicked, man.
Yo, boom, boom.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. Oh, what's up, Jazz? See this? I think you just need some layers. Like layer some sort of horn or something on this, man. Because the melody it's playing is cool. It's like brooding and stompy. Please, for the love of God, just take away the sustain. If you're gonna use a sustain, at least use a different sustain that isn't just like a really high pitch ring. But sustain bad. Sustains just, if you're gonna do sustains in 2021, it has to be a really interesting, unique, and like crazy energetic sustain. It has to be something people haven't heard before, or like a sustain used in a weird way. Like what's that song by Sudden Death with, I think it's his song with Snails. Let's see. Yeah, wait, I think it's... Like, that kind of song still works, that sustain, because it's just got such a weird, like, vibe. It's like you don't hear sustains like that. So it's like, if you do stuff like that, where you figure out a really interesting way to do a sustain, then you get that same effect that sustains initially gave, which is just easy fucking energy, and sustains, everybody goes wild for them. But if you do this sort of sustain, it falls into the same generic Subsidia shit, you know? That probably shouldn't be the first time we've heard the original leads. And it also just kind of came out of nowhere. All right. Ooh, knock knock. I like it.
Knock knock. Who's there?
Fun outro. All right, we got Avile. Reductor could never. The sub is gone. Where did the sub go? Will we ever find the sub? Will the sub come back? Will my father come back? And your mom. I'm so fucking immature. Gonna attempt to sleep at 6:15. Yeah, bye Yuna. Get some sleep. Oh, beautiful. Got you, T43. I hope it helped. Hopefully it wasn't too harsh. It needs a fat sub. I mean, everything else is great. For future reference, for all of you, it's kind of a waste of a feedback to send me a song without a sub, because it's hard to give feedback on a drop without a sub, because like I said in a previous song, the sub fills in so many harmonics that are lacking, so it's really hard to gauge like what your drop needs when one of the biggest elements of the drop is missing. This needs a fat sub, really fat sub, and then maybe just take this bass and pitch it up an octave and layer it subtly. But yeah, all right, who do we got next? Let us see. Oh yeah, we're making some progress. We got YGG Draysel with Blood Love. Cool title. Mr. Bill sub is tasty. See ya, Avile. Have a good sleep. Vocals, yeah, like just subtly do some surgical EQ, probably surgical dynamic EQing on the high end. And also they need a de-esser on them. Okay, so it's a little muddy because one of the elements you have just staying in the background just needs to be EQ'd a little better. I think the vocal needs to be louder. I like this sort of sleep puppet sort of dissonance you're going for though. It's cool. It's called Yggdrasil. I think the vocals need to be louder, and then you keep having these fills in the right ear that are really full, and so it makes the left ear feel lacking. So I think you need some ear candy happening here and there in the left ear too to kind of balance out the equation. Ugh. Oh no, my hangover's coming back. Oh, I wanted to hear what that would turn into. That was sick. Yeah, I guess I don't have too much feedback for that. I really don't know how I felt about that. It was like cool, but there's also something I didn't like about it, but I just couldn't put my finger on it. I'm sorry. But love the experimentation. Next, we got another Disciple remix. We got Myro, Who Damn, Ritual remix, mixing or layering advices. Myro.
Alongside Disciple and Myro. Hey, blood, don't tempt fate. Hype on socials, you clickbait. But in a real life, bad man did I, no matter how you feel like, boy. Me don't give a
yo, this is the best use of, or I don't know. I don't like the original song too much. Something about it gets like a little too abrasive, the way the vocals are mixed and what's layered with them. This is a lot more complimentary. I really like this. So I think the vocals can be a little more saturated though. Yggdrasil. Okay, Yggdrasil. Oh, so far so good. You've been getting so much better, Crusoe. Okay, so one, I need to congratulate you. You've been getting better. You're making progress. Sometimes it's hard to see your own progress, so I just want to fucking give you a pat on the back. Making some good progress. You're starting to develop your own sound. I'm hearing it. I hear the Crotoal sound now. This drop is dope in terms of the arrangement and what you have, but it needs some new layers. It needs a more fundamental forward layer to kind of fill it up. It's hollow, and I think you noticed that because you asked for help with layering. I can't really help you with what exactly to layer. That's the tough part. But it needs some sort of fundamental layer sitting in the mids, filling up that gap and giving some more tonality. Because right now it's just a sub and cool glitches. And it's cool, but it's not enough substance. I mean, something that helps with layering is not thinking about it, just trying random shit. Sometimes you'll find some random melodic preset in some random synth perfectly fills in a layer and gives it a really cool, interesting, unique composition. Sometimes you do like what Leotrix did for Hive Bounce, and you find some random sample, you put it in a sampler, it gets pitched weird, and you fill it in, and then boom, you have Hive Bounce. So it's like, just try a bunch of weird random shit, unorthodox, orthodox. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things. It's like once you have the pattern there, you just cycle through a bunch of samples and presets that you have and just make sure it's being EQ'd properly, and one of them will fit. And then you'll be like, whoa, this is crazy. This build. I feel like this section can have a riser happening in the background and just pausing when the snares pause. So like, and then it goes into this. Okay. This works better. You have that kind of like psytrance stab going on in here, and that fills in a lot of the gap. I still think maybe it needs one more thing so it doesn't feel like it's all just like Foley and glitches, but this is a little more filled in and I like the stompiness. Sick. All right, who do we got next? Two-man crowd. Mixdown and composition. Let's check it. Time. Is it fucking finished already? I've been there, my dude. Just came everywhere. All right, I expect to come at 45 seconds. Yes, Emery, we did. You killed it. And yeah, you got to rewind like probably 30 minutes, maybe a little more than that. Ooh. Oh, so far really clean. The vocals are really well mixed. This is really good classical music, you know? Classical music has really outdone itself. Mozart has been real quiet since this drop. All right, so this drop is cool, but it's missing a layer. Missing a fat, crunchy stereo layer to make this sound completely full. It's really, you kind of have, you got the low end and then you got all this high end, but you got this just big hole in the mids and in the sides. So find something, preferably like a gunshot or some sort of percussion sound that's like crunchy, mid-heavy, and stereo to fill up the gap. Also, honestly, your snare's a bit weak for tear out. Yeah, it's literally just a layering issue. You just gotta layer more. Percussion, some transients. My cat is getting such a good little chin scratches right now. But yeah, you just gotta layer more on these sounds. Also, consider putting in some cool fills to break up some of these phrases. You kind of just keep changing the rhythm, but there's not enough like call and response going on. And that's what keeps drops like this interesting. Like tear out's been around for so long that simply just changing the rhythm of the same sound isn't enough anymore. Waiting for the time. I wish I could sing. This needs a fat mid-range sustain on the sub. You can hear that hollowness, right? You can hear that hollowness under the vocal. It's under the vocal and over the sub. It's hollow. You want to fill that with just a fat, fucking energetic sustain to really hype up this build. And honestly, maybe not filter the vocals as much as you are. Like, let them have a little more mids. Okay, by sustain, I don't mean your typical sustain like in a drop. I mean like either like just a guttural bass or like a sort of riser sort of sustain sort of thing. I don't know. This is like context where sustain would work. But I'm thinking like trampa sustain, you know, not like rhythm kid sustain. Ooh. Okay, well, here's the fills that we needed. Thank you. Now, your fills are way too thin. They need to be much more saturated and in your face, and the same layering issue as the first drop. Hickam said it right. The drop is really held back. Like, just the mix down feels really held back in this. You're like trying to be clean and like, I don't know, it's like just too held back. You gotta still let shit be up in my face, up in my grill, you know? Okay. Well, hopefully that feedback helps. You definitely got the whole foundation of the song down, so mainly just mix down and layering that needs work. Kamari! I'm excited for this one. Anything arrangement / production related. Alright. Your logo's sick, by the way. There are exactly 10 tracks left. Maybe less, or I don't know. We'll see how long it takes. Ooh. Oh, I like that. I'm not a fan of the snare. I think it's like it's like kind of resonant in the like lower mids, and it just it doesn't completely suit this drop. If anything, I'd at least layer it with something else. But the drop's sick. Oh, that new ARP. Do you just have like a really noisy or like distorted sub? Yeah. This part's lacking a little sub. This like bridge or whatever it is. I think the snare works better here. For this snare, end of it wider also. It feels like too mono. for I don't know, it's just like wants it to be wider. Are you on the list, ZF Patron? Let me check if you are. I would assume so. Yep, you're next. I'm glitching. No, I'm glitching. I feel like your snare build's a little too quiet. Yeah, it's like kind of dull and not building as much energy as I feel like it should be. Ooh. The snare works better here, but I think I'm just not a fan of the snare. This drop is goated though. What the fuck? I love that, but I think you should look into referencing Hex Cougar and their snares. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like a Hex Cougar style snare would be really good in this song. I don't know. I feel like the snare is just like taking away some of the emotion and energy that the drop could be having. But this is sick. I really like this a lot. All right, we got ZF Patron next. This is some old stuff I used to make back in the day before I got addicted to rhythm. Dude, I feel you. I used to make completely different dubstep, and then I got addicted to rhythm. Little harsh noise sweep there. Yeah, I did. You're damn right. Whoa. High-end harshness, but that's cool. The drums are a little lacking, and like the kick's getting a little lost in the section. But like the kick and snare, I'm just not a fan of the snare. But that's cool. That's really cool. Nice. I'd filter out those like bells or whatever. There's a lot of low end for the build, especially getting into this part with such a soft clap. Too much stereo in the low end. It's making it a bit muddy. The melody of that string section right here is a little off. That's cool. Why did you stop making stuff like this? This is cool. I mean, Mixdown needs work, but other than that, really dope. I like stuff like that. All right, next we got Bunny Hups. First decent melodic shit. All right, let's check it.
After dark, I need you to pray for me. That's when I come alive.
I'd say first thing, that weird distortion you have on the vocals is actually a cool touch, but I think it needs to be a little more subtle.
I need you to pray for me. Pray for me.
Because like the vocals are so naked in this part. What I mean by that is like there's not a lot, like they're just front and center. There's not too many elements really filling up the spectrum, but like in a good way. So it's like that kind of texture is a lot more noticeable. So then it just kind of makes it feel a little dirty. So far, it sounds professional.
Give myself to.
Okay. Whoa. I'd make that a little bit brighter and more saturated. Now in this section, you can hear some clipping in the low end. So what it sounds like is that there's some things in the lower mid, some layers just fighting for space a little bit. So you just gotta EQ those a little tighter. Oh no, yeah, you submitted so late, extra. Fuck. Are you in my Discord server? Because that's where I usually announce first, like when I'm doing a feedback stream and where to submit tracks. So if you just keep for a lookout for those pings, then you can always submit early. A little bit too much high in here. I think the way you transition into the second, like the switch up, doesn't completely work. I'd kind of put like a break with like a percussion fill or something instead of just filtering it down for a second. Because you kind of just go into triplets like that, and that's always a little awkward, just going right into triplets. Well, okay, so that was just a different thing because usually I don't ping so early, but I was going to be gone all day, and I wasn't planning on getting back till like an hour before, and I didn't even know when I'd be getting back, so I had to just ping when I left. That was the only reason that happened today. Also for this part, I'd make a lot of your elements that are kind of have all these tails that are staying kind of sustained. I would, I don't know, kind of make them follow this triplet rhythm a little more so that the rhythm can actually shine through. Because right now there's just all these tails, and so it's kind of just the sub that's holding that rhythm, but then it's being drowned out by just all these kind of things sustaining. So I'd let that rhythm like breathe a little more. But yeah, there's just a lot of high end in that second half that it just gets a little muddy during this whole drop, honestly. So basically you just need to make sure you're EQing things a lot more precisely and tighter, so they're all just occupying their own little space. But other than that, the ideas are all fucking, this is a sick tune. I'd play this. All right, we get to a Rancho. Oh, I'm stoked for this. We got, needs help with the mix down. Blurred Dreams, version 2. Oh, I'm not following a Rancho, what the fuck? Honestly, I should follow Bunny Hups too. That was a dope tune. Hey, Zytra. It's like really close to being too much high end, but it's also like doable. Ooh, I'm fucking with this. Yeah, I think I would tone down the high end just a tiny bit. I feel like the clap needs to be a little brighter. And I think you need to tease the drop just a little bit better in the build. That's cool. The mix sounds pretty clean. Maybe like those noisy cymbals might need to be turned down a little bit. The way it transitions into this next build's a little like empty feeling. I definitely like the second half a little bit better than the first half. Or I guess it's not a build, but just the transition into that drop. Yeah, Rancho's sick. Rancho has really unique sound design and flows. I like it. Next we got Blank Beat. Or wait, no, Two Blue Blue. 0110011 0 0. What does this say in binary? I'm gonna do that. There you go. You get a follow for that clever plug. think the snare kind of sucks. Today's not a good day for me and snares. So you got some mud in the sides in the lower mids. Aside from that, it's more of just like an energy issue with your drop. It's like lacking the kind of bouncy energy it needs.
Madam Joke.
Got you, Sam I Am. All good. That gets a bit muddy here. You have like the sustains kind of clashing with some of the kind of low end noise and mud that's already there. It seems like just your lower mids and your mids, just you need to EQ things a bit better. Like you have this noise on your bass, it sounds like, that's like stereo, but then also you're bringing in the sustain and that's stereo. So I would take the noise that's stereo on the bass out and let the sustain fill that. And then it's an empty build. Ooh, that's better. Very harsh high end.
Exposure.
This doesn't work as well. This seems a bit chaotic. But yeah, biggest thing is high end and low mid mud. I'm starting to get ear fatigue, so that's why I'm skipping through a bit. All right, we got my boy Nair. Let's check it. Sizzy ripoff. Volt splitter. Let's go. Trying new stuff. Does it feel empty? I know it's rhythm and I'm not used to making this kind of stuff, so yeah. Yeah, rhythm's hard to like, it's weird. It's like harder than it seems to make. Well, Xlextron liked that last one. There's a lot of high-end noise and like maybe even needs a de-esser. The reason it feels empty is because there's a kind of hole in the mids. You got the sub and you got the high end, but you're missing a layer, fundamental layer. It's also clipping whenever your snare hits. But something to note with Sizzy is Sizzy doesn't use a lot of high end for like a lot of the time. At least this style of rhythm. Sizzy like rolls off their high ends and lets the hi-hats and stuff take that spot. And so like a lot of Sizzy's sound design is like really clean because of that. They've learned how to still inject a lot of energy into their songs without needing to have like obnoxious high end on their leads. There's just a lot of noise and stuff and sound effects in the background that are like too present. And then, like I said, it's lacking that like fundamental kind of clean layer on the bass. I think this needs a better fill here too. You kind of keep that pattern going, but I would resample it into something different. So, because one thing with rhythm is yes, it's repetitive, but there's these important fills and ear candy that happen to keep it still interesting. It like tricks your brain into still accepting the repetitiveness, because there's enough little breaks and little like flips and fills and little ear candy where it still keeps your brain interested. It's like house music. Same sort of concept of like really repetitive grooves, but it's all about the ear candy and the stuff around those grooves that kind of trick your brain into just staying interested, always adding something new every 8 bars, stuff like that. Good night, Zytra. Clipping bad right here. The same sort of issue. Yeah, same issue as the first drop. But cool to hear some Nair rhythm. Let's go. All right, next we got Wake Up. Wake up, Joe Biden. We're getting to the end here. Xlectron's next, then Dead Loud, then Just Zale, and then Zytra, and that's all we're doing. Ooh. I feel like I need more content in the right ear. Yeah, it's very like unbalanced towards the left ear, especially in terms of high end. That's trippy. Why is it all in my left ear? Hey, thank you, Ryan. I feel like my right ear is just getting blue balled this entire song. This is beautiful though, beyond that. Some like Porter Robinson nurture type shit. The feedback, interesting. This part I feel like could be a little more in my face. A little brighter, more saturated. But like those string sort of things happening in the right ear should be more saturated to compete with the violin in the left ear. And then you can have a kind of push and pull between over here and over here. If that makes sense. Alright, we got Xelectron. Here there's some troubles on the vocal, and the first drop is not the final version yet. Yeah, the vocal's like muffled and kind of lost. It also feels almost like not in key. It needs to be more saturated and up front. And maybe compressed too a bit more. Yeah, it needs to be more compressed. The issue here is you got some sound effects in the background that are a little too loud and maybe need to be EQ'd better and making it a little muddy. And then the sides of that main growl thing are a little too muddy and present. They're clipping a little bit too in the sides. Hey, what up, RTX? Ooh. I don't give a fuck. Look, I'm getting sleepy again. I'm gonna have to pass out after this. I like these vocals a lot. I think there needs to be some EQing and leveling redone to give the these like horns or strings or whatever they are a little more presence in the layering structure. that's sick. Yeah, that snare's really nice. Yeah, I feel like the melodic elements, or the growl is like too present, and the melodic elements aren't present enough. Ooh, I like that. Beautiful. All right, then we got Dead Loud, Akira demo. And it was removed, or it wasn't the right type of link. If Dead Loud is in here, you got like 5 minutes to resubmit your link. And then we got Zytra. I believe that is the final submission. Or wait, or no, we got Zale, then Zytra. I'm sorry, I'm just getting ear fatigue and tired. I know. It was a beautiful outro.
Hey, darling, I miss you again.
That's beautiful. But here, just for you, Xlextron, I will play the outro. Oh wait, this is a different song. Oh, you reset your track? Okay, got it. Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay, gorgeous outro by Xlextron. Dead Loud, you're up. Oh, interesting intro. I need to repaint my nails, but I like this. You got these noisy crashes and they're a little too loud, and then honestly the leads in the drop aren't loud enough. Or I think the overall drop isn't loud enough, because look, the intro and the build is louder than the drop. Your link was just sent too late, Jazzy. Here, we'll see if we have time for it. I think it's a little too repetitive here. I think you need some more fills. Yeah, Bunny Hop's right. Some washouts would be cool. Yeah, I felt like it was missing something. Washouts would be sick. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and so I'm starting to die again. I feel like I'm not giving as good feedback as I was earlier. So sorry, but... Oh, my general chat. We got some fan art. Should I check it right now on stream? I love this wonky. Oh my god, that's crazy. I love this wonky melody. I want that like on my wall. That is fucking amazing. What the hell? That is so cool. Who are they in my server? Yeah, pretty much the same feedback I have for the first drop. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. Oh, NVO's on the stream. Hell yeah. Dude, that's such a cool drawing. That's definitely the most like extensive fan art I've gotten so far, and it's just cool. It immortalizes our little reviewer circle. I'm just honored. That's fucking so cool. I'm glad I get to be a part of that. And the logo on my shirt's sick. Yeah, it gets a bit repetitive in the second drop too. I think he got really cool ideas there, but yeah, the mix down needs a little work, and then just some more progression and variation in the drops. But it's a really fun sound. All right, who do we got next? I'm dying here. Again, sorry that the feedback's dying with me. All right, we got Zytra. There's something more that I can improve on. Oh wait, no, we got Zale. My bad, Zale.
Hey, darling, I miss you again. I'm so
snare.
I miss you. I'm at the stars. Don't leave me. You're breaking my heart.
What the fuck? This is wild. The kick's a little weird. It's saying ha and ah. Actually, yeah, I agree with Dead Loud. The chance could use some reverb. Yeah, you did an RTX. Good job. And Zale always comes in with some crazy, amazing track. The snares in this.
Drugs and crimes. Say goodnight for me.
Oh, this is so good. But yeah, these haws need a little bit of space. Just a little bit, like really short decay, but just to push them back enough so they're not too forefront and dry.
You don't know I love you. You don't know I love you. It's true.
Dude, I am telling you, Zale's gonna be like the next, gonna come up in the hyperpop scene. Every time I've heard a Zale song, it just gets better and better. That build is a little weird, I will say. It's a little dry, and I feel like the drums didn't completely flow with the vocal. I love this analog bass. Although, I would look into maybe layering like a gritty bass with this analog bass, just to give it a little bit of a buzz. Just see what it sounds like. Or maybe something stereo. Give it like, I don't know, some like analog chorus or something. Also, you should look up the artist Eugene. Now, they make a lot heavier stuff than this, but the way the world they kind of set the vocals in, I don't know, I feel like you could get some cool inspiration. This is Eugene. Let's see, let me try to find a song that's like that. Maybe Stay Here. So yeah, they make a lot of really vibey. And then they get heavy, but I know you don't get heavy like that, but I don't know. I feel like you could get some good inspiration for some of your music like this. The sort of sounds and layering they do. Oops. Yeah, Eugene's honestly one of my favorite artists.
I'm sorry.
Also Zoo. I just realized Eugene really sets the tone the same way Zoo does.
I'm miss you. I'm with the stars.
This time is when the dryness in the vocals actually works really well.
I miss you. I'm with the stars. Don't leave me. You're breaking my
So wasted.
Wake up, black girl. Wake up, pass out.
God, I love Eugene.
Blue eyes turn red. You already know I'm wasted. Yeah. Every day I'm wasted.
Wait, I actually haven't heard this song.
Every day I'm
So good. Jesus Christ. Ooh, what is this? A little high-end heavy. Some resonancies.
love you, hate you, never want you. Love you, hate you, never want you. Love you, hate you, never want you.
Oh, this is sick.
Never want you. Love you, hate you, 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 never want you.
That was sick. Oh my god. Zale, you're amazing. All right, final submission, Zytra. Sorry to the others we didn't get to, but we got a lot of submissions today. Literally at 40 submissions. I only got time for 25, plus the donations. So your drums are quite quiet. You can turn up your drums a little.
This is our little secret, so keep it hidden from the world.
Oh, I like this little like kind of chiptune harp, but it all needs to be louder. Make all this louder, and then do some little ear candies like glitches, little background sound effects throughout this whole part to kind of accent the vocals.
Mistakes will annihilate. Stay safe, you can run away. Mistakes will annihilate.
Got some high end. But yeah, sick. There we go. That is all of the submissions that I'm gonna do today because I'm just so tired and we're past the 25 person mark. And I gotta work on my this month in EDM video. Fuck, I need a nap. But again, sorry to those who didn't make the cut. Just hey, be in the Discord, follow my Twitter. That's where I always announce the feedback submissions. And yeah, other than that, everybody have a great rest of your day, night, morning, whatever. Keep fucking killing it and pushing envelopes and pushing your music and practicing consistency, all that jazz. And yeah, always love hanging with y'all on Sundays. So deuces. Have a good one, everyone. What do I use to edit videos? I use Premiere Pro. And yeah, that's all. Premiere Pro. And then I like record with my camera and with Streamlabs. But yeah, Adobe Premiere Pro. Bye-bye.